What is going on, everybody? How's everybody doing on this wonderful Tuesday? What's going on, Fence Fam, Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, all of the like fence groups that I'm have shared to. I hope everybody's had a good week. It's been a hot one down here. All my peeps in Southwest Florida, guys, hope everybody's okay and weathered the storm all right. We got all that heat today from that hurricane. It was almost unbearable outside, hot. But real quick, just want to give a quick thanks to our sponsors at Mr. Fence Academy. Thank you so much for sponsoring the show. And then we have National Metal Industries. Thank you guys. You guys go check them out, nmifence.com. And then we have the Fence and Deck Agency, and the link below is in the podcast description right below. And we're going to do some weekly wins because I haven't hit that in a while. I think my weekly win for this week is getting my hair cut, getting this cut. It's all nice and no more long hair. Oh man, it feels great. It feels great, especially with how hot it's been outside lately. It's been ridiculously hot. So it feels great not to have it all on the back of my neck and all that stuff. But how's everybody else's week been? Let's see, we got 8 people watching. All right. Well, if nobody's going to chime in on how everybody's weekend, guys, we got Brian Carosi from Fence Solutions in Rhode Island on the show tonight. Can't wait to get this guy on and just tell a story. And then after that, I got a couple questions about some things. I'm going to pick his brain for it. So here we are going to bring him on a screen right now. So. What is going on, Mr. Brian?
What's up, brother? How you doing?
Good,
Can
man.
You see
Good. Me? A little bit. You're a little dark.
Yeah, hold on. My iPad's is retarded, man. So it's it's annoying. I tried to do a Zoom meeting before. There we go. I don't know if the glare is gonna bust your balls though. Is that good?
We'll deal with the glare.
All right. We'll just do it like this.
It's all good.
All right. So what's going on?
Oh, not much, brother. How have you been?
Grinding, man. Grinding.
Yeah,
it's a constant grind out there, man. Every day. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just trying to stay on track if I can. Over here in Rhode Island, it just rains every day, so it's a constant battle trying to stay on schedule when I'm never on schedule at all. But
trust me, I know all about that. I know all about that, man. It rains here all the time.
Yeah.
Hold on, sorry.
But yeah, man, we're just out here working. I mean, we're fairly new.
Man, I've been watching you on social media, and I saw you just got that new truck for the other crew. Super.
That's mine. That's my truck.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I bought that for me. So I got a 5500 HD, brand new. I'm waiting to get it back. I put an 18-foot I got a 12-foot bed on there. I threw some boxes on there from work ready over here in Rhode Island. It's a good investment. You know what I'm saying? Because I have 2 other trucks. They're all built, but the one that I drive all the time is kind of the turbo blue on it. They're smaller trucks. They're only 350s. You know what I'm saying? And the weight, the amount of weight I put on them things is just, I'm just beating the shit out of them, man, like bad. So I just figured I'll just get something bigger that's gonna last. You know what I mean? No, you don't have to worry about it anymore. Just start and go.
Absolutely. Well, how was your past week, man? How was the past work week?
It was good, man. I mean, we do about I don't know. We say I try to get done at least 150 poles a week. You know what I'm saying? With me and 4 other guys. So if I can get that done, that's pretty good. You know what I'm saying? That's a good week for me. You know what I mean? Monday through Friday. And I had to change things around because we're falling behind. So once we're falling behind, I was doing it's hard because that's just me. That runs the company, that does everything. I do my social media. I sell the fence. I install the poles. I do everything. And in the beginning of the first 3 months of the season, I was actually just doing sales, trying to get myself caught, like, have enough work for the rest of the year. And by doing that, I slowed down a little. Like, I got way more than I thought. I just kept on putting it in QuickBooks, kept going. Didn't really realize how many jobs I had. And then when I went to my supplier, because I only have one supplier over here, they looked at me and they're like, Brian, do you know how many jobs you have? And I said, I think I'm about 8 to 10 weeks out. He's like, yeah, we all know that you can do it, Brian, but like, you just really need to know like how many. You have 120 jobs already.
Yeah. Heck yeah.
Yes. So now I'm like, I hired a new guy. I'm out there working and setting poles in front of these guys while they're installing panels. So if we can do about 150 panels a week, it'd be good. You know what I mean? If I stay in front of these guys and they go behind me, so installing the panels, because I set all my poles first and then I pop in the panels later. Everything that we do, besides like aluminum, obviously, and wood on wood, but I don't really do that much wood on wood. I kind of stay away from it over here. I do mostly vinyl and wood on steel.
Nice.
And a lot of aluminum too.
Nice. All right, man. Well, hey, my first question is, I've followed you. We've been friends on Facebook for, I think, going on like 2 years now, and I've seen little things that you've posted that has really intrigued me and also empowered me as well. But I really want to hear your story, because I know there's a lot more to the Brian than just behind the kind of vague letting you in just a little tiny bit posts.
Yeah, man. I mean, I started doing fence when I was 17 years old. I'm 40 now. And the funny thing is, I mean, I had a little bit of a past. So like I was retarded when I was a kid. So I was always getting in trouble. So the guy across the street from me was a supervisor of the biggest fence company out here in Rhode Island. So, and I didn't even know it was a fence company. I just thought it was like a landscaper or something. So I tried to get a job with this guy, and he wouldn't give me a job. So like I literally would put like letters in his mailbox and his door windows. His kids would come out. I tell his kids, give me a job. And it took me a year to busting this guy's balls to get a job, because nobody else would hire me anyway in the first place, because I had kind of a record and shit. So like I couldn't get a job at McDonald's. So like I literally was hoping and praying on this guy. And he's Portuguese, 100% Portuguese. The whole company was Portuguese by that too. So like the day he finally gave me the job was like the fucking worst jig in the whole entire world. I think he kind of gave me that job to see if I would just, I would quit, and I didn't quit. But I worked with them for like 15 years with that guy until I wound up joining the union, and then I wound up getting out of the union and starting my own thing. But I would have to work, like, to start my own thing. I was doing side jobs. So I would work by myself. I would work for the company, and then I would work alone from, 4:30 in the afternoon to 9:30 at night every single day of my life. And not one of these single guys, like my friends or anything, they all thought I was crazy. Like, because in all reality, for me to get the content on Facebook or social media or even get my name out there, I had to like work for like free. Like, and I literally mean that, like almost like gas cost to get there and get the jobs done. Most people wouldn't even take me in the first place because I look kind of young, and I didn't have, it was kind of just doing things on the side, to be honest with you. So like, to get to where I am now it's kind of crazy. And it was pretty fast too. It was long. It took me a long time to get where I'm at, but now watching like, the fence industry and watching like, Dan Wheeler or Sean King or these guys, man, and understanding like showing me the way. I mean, it's just crazy how you can learn from other people and not even be around them. Like literally, like you can like on Facebook or social media or whatever it is. Because literally, like just like 2-3 years ago, I reached out to Dan Whalen and I said, man, I hope, one day I'll be able to go on a podcast. And this is my first podcast, so this is pretty cool for me, dude. Like in all reality, like, to see and to help people out, because people reach out to me all the time and ask me, how are you doing this? What do you do? How do you do that? And I'm just a regular old I'm better at putting the fence up than I am running a business. That's why I got my father doing it for me. But like, if you just keep doing what you're doing and stay on social media, Facebook ads, and just do good work, and take care of your men. You know what I mean? That's another thing. Like I have 6 guys under me now, and I pay them handsomely, and I think all my competitors think I'm crazy, but they just see it a different way. I don't see it that way. If you got a car, you gotta put gas in it. You gotta take care of these guys. You know what I'm saying? So I pay these guys very well. I take care of them if they ever need something. If they, because they're there for me. If they rock with me, then I rock with them. Like no matter what. Yeah. I mean, I have really I should have the way I'm doing these jobs nowadays. I probably should have more people, but at the same time, my guys do so much work more than most of these other crews do in the first place because they actually come into work and they actually want to do a good job for me. You know what I mean? Right. And they're proud of it too. Like they literally are proud of it. And plus my foreman's been side by side with me for 17 years. So like I literally carried this man with me everywhere I went. And then when I finally became a business, he was a supervisor actually at somewhere else. And I actually, I had to beg him to come with me. And I'm like, dude, listen, you'll always have a job anywhere you go, man. I was like, but if you just stay with me, I promise you, we will do this together. And he's been side by side with me, him, my nephew. And I just got another hire actually that's been at the same place what I was just talking about, wood and wire, like 20 years ago. He actually ran the entire shop for that place. And now he's with me doing all my wood jobs. So he's definitely a huge asset for me. So because just in case when I do decide on growing and get like myself a shop, because that's like my new move is to get like an actual shop and to start building my panels as well. And that's like a 5-year plan. But every time I say it's a 5-year plan, I swear to God, it happens in like a year. It's just like, I'm trying to go slow, but like, it's just, if you don't go with if you just don't roll with it, then you're just going to get rolled over.
You got to roll the punches, man. You got to roll the punches. And sometimes it's not a time thing. It's just a all business thing. And in order to grow, man, you got to get yourself out of the driver's seat. First off, you gotta put that baby in like somebody else's hand. As bad as you want to be out there installing fence, and I get it. Trust me, I get it, man. It's hard for me like to not just take over on crews and just be like, hey, let me do this. And I have to remember that I'm the manager and they're the ones supposed to be doing it. And I'm like, okay.
Yeah, no, I get that. Like even being on the field, like I don't have to be there. I mean, my guys tell me that too. They're like, dude, what are you doing? Just go do what you're supposed to do. I'm like, this is what I am doing. This is what it is. And right now at this time, like it's actually kind of good. So you have your high moments and your low moments. So like right now I'm trying to actually just catch up. So I don't really have to do that many sales because just sometimes too much is just, it's not good. It's already
too much can be a bad thing.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's where, we've over at High Steel, we're in the same boat as you right now. We're like 6 to 8 week books out, and we're fighting rain, we're fighting intense heat outside. So, the guys can't push like they can when it's, 80 degrees outside. It's 100 with 120 degree heat index here.
Yeah, dude, I'm not. They don't like that.
It is stupidly hot. So we do have to take some downtime to make sure that like I'm not getting a phone call saying, hey, Johnny Dunn fell out and passed out, because that's the last call I want to get, to be like straight honest with you. Like funny story, I'm not gonna say any names. We had a new guy start last week, and he's like, yeah, man, I used to work outside, all this other stuff. And long story short, first day before lunchtime. Well, no, I'll give him lunchtime. It was like directly after lunchtime. He cramped up bad, like looked like he had cerebral palsy, like hands were stuck like this.
Yo, I swear to God, that shit used to happen to me all the time. It scared. The first time my fingers locked up on me, I had no idea what was going. Like I thought I was broken in half. It was crazy. I tell my guys, you gotta drink water. You know what I mean? And like in all reality, like we do a lot of work for like a small company. but like we have a plan. So like we already know what we have to do, how we need to do it. We have machines. I have that IR 1000. I have a toe long auger. We, our system works really good. So like, it's not so stressed out. So like, even if we do like say 80 holes in the day and we dig and set those poles, like in all reality, like it's not as hard as it was like when me and Kyle were digging by hand. You know what I'm saying? I dig her in
Oh
the butt.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? So
absolutely,
that
man.
machine fucking that takes care of all the brute work. I mean, you put that thing, you get the bucket, you throw like 12, 14 bags of concrete, you place them everywhere you go. I mean, it's a well organized system that we got going on. So it's not really brute strength. It's actually more about using our brains and just making sure that we do everything the same way. You know what I mean? And all our jobs are the same because they're all by like a ritual that I do. Like that's how we do it. Set the line, set the string, mark the poles. Everything is exactly the same. So even if I did the job or they did the job is completely the same. Like a lot of these guys out here, and I'm not knocking anybody, it's just like they don't know how to set poles to height. Like, you know what I mean? They were all taught a different way over here in Rhode Island. Like a lot of these guys don't set things to height. They just cut them later or they put in panels as they go. And I had to learn how to set poles to height so I could actually put panels up because I couldn't put panels up by myself at night. You know what I mean? So like I had to learn there had to be a better way. And then once I learned that way of doing fence, man, that was a total game changer. I mean, I did my first big side job I did by myself. I did it in 32 hours. And I think it was 85 panels of vinyl. And it was takedown and all. And I did it like 4 days after work. And then on a Saturday and Sunday, like dolo, by myself. And the lady was like beyond herself. She thought like, I didn't know I showed up in a Honda Accord. I mean, that's what I had. I had a Honda Accord showing up. And she just like, a fence delivered at her house, and I'm fucking taking diggers and bars out of out of my trunk with the doors, with the seats laid back. And she's just like, "Where's your men? Where's your guys? Why are you here at 4:30 in the afternoon?" And her husband just looked at me and he laughed. He said, "Man, you weren't lying, huh?" I was like, "Nah, man." I'm like, "I'm dead serious." I was like, "Just listen. If you're not satisfied with what's going on, it's Monday today. When I bring my guys Saturday, which I wasn't bringing guys Saturday, but I had to say something. I was like, and you're not satisfied with what's going on, I'll do it for free. And then I'll call my guys and we'll come in there and we'll bang it out. I was like, just believe me, there's going to be poles all over the place, like set. I was like, well, I don't do the job as I go. So just, bear with me. Just believe me. And she was like tweaking out the whole time. Like, Friday there was poles all over her house and it was huge. So she was like, what? I've never seen this, which I don't understand. I'm like, listen, this is just how I do it. I was like, just Saturday, believe me, you'll be happy. I put up like 45 panels on Saturday by myself. And then she finally was like, oh my God. And then Sunday when I was done, they gave me like a $500 tip. I actually just did another house for him. And just this year actually, because he moved out of that house, got another house. He's a super supporter, and he was like my first job, and his job actually was the one that made me be like, all right, you know what, fuck it, I can do this by myself. I can do this. Like, I used to be scared of doing jobs, and as soon as after that job, I wound up getting my general contractor's license. I got registered and insured. And then I just started doing things, but I felt bad because my owner, the guy that I worked for, he is my mentor anyway. Like literally, Ron DeFusco, Union Fence over here in Rhode Island. He's the man. And I felt bad when I left, but I had to. It's either one or the other. I can't work. I was killing myself, literally, like working till like 11 o'clock at night, loading up the trailer and starting at 4 o'clock in the morning, going to the gym. Like it's just starting at 4 in the morning till like 11 o'clock at night, just straight working like crazy, like no family time, no nothing. It just it sucked. I got 3 kids, and it's not like I got much more time, to be honest with you. But
yeah,
I
right.
got you know what I mean? Like you just don't.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, man. Time goes fast when you have kids. It just kind of just slips away.
Yeah, time goes by fast, man. It really does.
It does. What would you think that your most defining moment of your career was. It could be a purchase you bought, it could be something that you attended and you felt like you took away, but like what's the most defining leap that you've made in your career?
Knowing how to make money, man. Like in all reality, like learning how to, cause try to make money a little bit, just like that 20%, cause you get 20% off the materials. And like, I would give that to my customers. And I didn't realize how, like, just installing a fence. Once I realized, like, putting money down and tables and figuring everything out and understanding it, that was huge for me, because when you make the money, you can actually spend it in certain areas. Like, because like we were digging by hands, and then I bought the machine, and then I was just like seeing, I would be making all this money, but I would keep looking at my bank account, and I'm like, where is this money going? And then once I started making a little bit of money on the materials and actually growing my business as a business and using QuickBooks, once I got onto QuickBooks actually, and I started doing it that way, and I could, everything's actually like organized, and I could see everything, what's going in and out and everything like that. That was definitely that made me from like down here to all the way up here. I gotta say,
right?
Yeah, because QuickBooks is definitely, or any kind of system that you can actually see instead of just like a pen and paper. Like I was a pen and paper guy, like just until like the beginning of last year, to be honest with you, and it was kind of insane. It was actually ridiculous. I don't even know how I did it. I just did
paper everywhere, huh?
Oh, dude, I would show up to job sites with a backpack, like 6 books like this with jobs, and I would be like, all right, well, we're in July, so that's probably book number 3, and I would have to look through. It was so unorganized. It's so ridiculous. I don't know. Like I said, I don't even know how I did it that way. Like I really don't. And everything was like invoices, like in my phone, just like one little app, invoices. Like this person would owe me this, and that's what I would know. I'm like, did they give me this? I wouldn't even show like a deposit. It was just, it was insane. My dad.
It was a wild, wild west, huh?
Oh, it was so bad, man. It was so bad. I'm still learning as I go. I'm only 3 years old. You know what I mean? So like, I'm more of a brute than the brains over here. But my father, my poor dad, he just retired, and now he's working for me. He's my office manager. He takes care of everything. And I never knew what he actually did for a living. Like I knew he was good with computers and stuff like that, but he worked for IBM and Motorola and CVS, dealing with all their money accounts. So like once I told him I had a problem with this, he was like, kid, let me just show you something. And he just broke it down, man. And I was like, wow. Nice. And I'm so bad with like computers and text and stuff like that. So, I thought he was going to have to do it all. But now I can go on there and do whatever I got to do. Because of my business, making invoices and all this shit I hear, and I'm nasty at it. Now I can just make it in 2 seconds. Because before I would have to rely on my supplier they would have to make up a spreadsheet for me so I could send it to the customer, and then the customer would call them, and they would have to order the materials. Like that's how bad it was.
Wow.
It was so bonkers. It was dumb. And I thought that was like a selling point, because I'm like, well, they know what they're buying. They know exactly what they're getting, and they're getting my discount. So it was kind of like a selling point, but at the same time, it was nuts. The guy, when I quit, he told me, he's like, listen, kid, you got to do this, 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 and this. Do that. You're nuts. You're out of your mind. He's like, yeah, you made like, 300,000 or whatever. He's like, imagine what 20% of 300,000 is. Imagine 1.5 million and 20% of that. You know how much money you're losing off the table? Yep. And one day, and I was like, holy shit. I left $225,000 on the table last year. Like 2 years ago, I was like, wow, that's crazy. That's crazy.
Yeah.
And actually, and then when I even did it this way, I actually got more work because I worked more professional in the first place. So I don't know where my head was at, but like I'm still learning. You know what I mean?
Man, it's awesome whenever you put people in the places that they're supposed to be, and you let them do their job. Sometimes, like you just said, you're like, boom. You're like, holy shit.
Yeah, dude, it's fucking.
It works so much better with you doing this and me not doing this. Like, you keep doing what you're doing. I'll watch and take notes. And if I
Yeah.
feel like we need to change something, I'll just come and say, "Hey, we need to change this and that," and that's about it, man. It's awesome. Putting people where they're supposed to be is a big key in business. Not even in the fence business. It's
Yeah.
business and
Anywhere,
business
anything.
in general. Having key players in key spots is the absolute plan. Um, who are who are your key players right now?
My key
As
players
far
is my whole team, man. Because like I said, I only, everybody's got a position. You know what I mean? Everybody plays a
Mhm.
certain position, and we're a unit. Like without one, we're nothing. Like in all reality, like I got my two guys, my two laborers, which is my nephew that's been with me since he was like 14 years old. He's like 23 now, and I got this other young kid now. He's not that young. He's like 21 or something like that. But when he started, like I told him straight up, he was working for another fence company. He was making like $16 an hour. And I told him, I said, well, what happened over there? He's like, well, not much happened over there. He's like, I'm not getting much. I can't really live off that. I was like, I'm hungry. And then he begged and pleaded to work for me. And I was like, you know what, dude? I'll give you a shot. I'll give you one shot. But I'm not going to start you at $16 an hour. I'm just going to go straight to where I want you to be at. You're going to have $25 an hour. I was like, and you're going to, this is my standards. This is what it is. And that's the one thing about me too. Like I stick to it and that's it. And it is what it is. And if you can't do that for me, then you're just not a good fit for me. And that's it. And you're just going to have to part ways. And
right.
he's man, he's a little beast now. He's been with me since the beginning of the year. He's
Nice.
solid. They're all my whole unit, man. We're all the same. You know what I mean? And my machines too, like those two, that the IR 1000. That thing's beautiful. I love that thing.
Heck yeah, man. Mini skids are awesome. They're like two employees in themselves.
That was a game. That was a game changer when I bought that too. Though, I'll tell you that.
Mm-hmm.
That
Mm-hmm.
thing blows through. That makes the whole job easier on everybody, and it's
Yeah.
super fast. And if you know how to use it and not make a mess, because some guys, they turn in and they're friggin'. It's like, dude, what are you doing? Like, please don't do that. Just
Yeah.
go straight, back up 5 feet, go straight, dig a hole. Back up 5 feet, go straight to the hole. Like you got to learn how to use that thing. It'll be, that could be a gift and a curse too, because you might got the job all done, but like here we are striving on having a beautiful yard and a beautiful fence, and we dig on mats. But if you're destroying our property, then that you're not going to get a good review that way. You know what I mean? You have to
Yeah.
take care of people's houses like you would take care of your own and your mother's.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's one of the reasons why like we don't run mini skids on our crew. I mean, back in my old job, I had one, but I was basically the only one that used it because of that reason in itself right there is making rut marks in people's nice grass. So you have to learn how to use it. You have to learn how to do 30-point turns, even though you don't want to. You just want to just spin right around. You can't do that. So
Nah, you definitely 100% cannot do that. And I
no.
also like groundhog too, so that's nice. That little toe along auger,
Yeah.
that works really nice on small tight areas. That's why people like, on the fence. Why do you have two things? I'm like, because there's certain things call for certain meshes. That's why. You know what I mean?
Right. Right.
Like if it's a small area and this guy's got a beautiful landscape, I'm not even gonna think about bringing my IR 1000. I might not even want to bring that, to be honest with you, but
Yeah.
I'll bring that because that's it makes no mess. It really don't. And as long as we dig on mats, so we dig on mats too. So like there's really no mess.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, dig on mats, there's no mess, man. And you know what? It's so easier for you too to pick up the dirt. That's another reason why I do it. It's not just because there's no mess, because now you can have two guys grab each side of the mat, pick it up and throw it in the wheelbarrow. And it takes 2 seconds to pick up a pile of dirt rather than you sitting there fighting with the shovel and hurting your back. Because I'll tell you right now, picking up dirt off the ground is probably one of the worst for me. It's one of the worst things. That and mixing by hand in the wheelbarrow destroys my back. My back will be in pain all day. So if you can just dig on a mat, pick it up and put it in the wheelbarrow, even by yourself, there's no mess. It takes 2 seconds, a little bit of strength, throw it in the wheelbarrow. It makes the whole job like 10 times easier.
That's awesome.
No, it's a smart thing. Those
That's
old
awesome.
Portuguese dudes taught me how to do that. They were like, "Yeah, I get dig on this." I'm like, "Ah." I'm like, all right. And then when I figured it out, I'm like, "Oh, okay." And even if that, you could just drag that mat right to the woods. If you're digging near the woods or somewhere where you can just dump the dirt, it's nice.
Right.
It's very
Right.
easy. Very.
Awesome. Well, hey man, we gotta like take a break and pay some bills. I'm gonna run a commercial. It's about 1 minute and 30 seconds long, and we'll be right back. All right.
All right, 10-4.
National Metal Industries, a family-owned business for 70-plus years, has grown to be recognized for their ability to deliver on not just privacy slats for fence, but all types of fence products. National Metal Industries has all the hardware and tools to get the fence professional in and out of their job with the most ease possible. You can count on National Metal Industries for the most convenient resources in fence products. Visit nmifence.com for more information. As we like to say, you can always pick it right at National. Welcome to the Fence and Deck Agency, where we build fencing websites that homeowners and contractors love. We specialize in winning the trust of homeowners, and we do this by positioning you as the fencing experts in your service areas. We follow our proven framework, which we've branded as the ultimate Fence and Deck website blueprint, where we get homeowners to like, know, and trust you. Teaming up with the Fence and Deck Agency will help you dominate your local market, and we'll build a website you'll be proud of. The link to get started is in the podcast description.
All right, guys. If you are interested in contacting the Fence and Deck Agency, the link is in the podcast description below. Also, guys, if you do sign up and get him to build you a website, that comes with 3 free months of SEO service. And again, that link is in the description right down below. Also, guys, go hit up National Metal Industries, nmifence.com. Get you one of them mailers, like from Mr. Mike Levy, and like take a look at it, man. He's got some really like awesome mailers that he sends out to his customers. It's also a little catalog and everything with QR codes. Pretty great. Pretty great. But all right, man, we're gonna jump right back into it. You went to a Mr. Fence Academy training. Am I correct with that?
I did not go. I never went there. I couldn't. I had no time to even to go. I went to a couple of those seminar things, wherever they were. I met Sean this year, actually. This year in Connecticut.
Was he doing a training, or was he there for one of
He
those
was doing
like show?
Like a show thing over there. I went. I was only there for like. I didn't even get. I was there for only like an hour. So
I got you. I thought you had like stopped by one of the training events.
No, I definitely want to do that. I definitely got to. I want to bring my nephew there too. I want to like when we have some downtime. I just got no downtime at all. Like it's just crazy. Like I want to try to do it in the wintertime. You know what I mean? Because the more they know and the more I know too is good for all of us. Because I really want to get into the automatic gates. You know.
Okay.
That's a big thing over here, and that's definitely a goal of mine because I've had to turn it down.
Are you going to the fence show in Vegas?
I was supposed to go to that last year. I really want to go this year. I told my wife I'm definitely going. Yeah, I definitely want to go. I have to make the time. That's the thing, though. It's hard. I got 3 kids, and my wife, she works. I ain't got no family. You know what I'm saying? So like, I am the family. You know what I'm saying? So like,
right. I get it. I get
up and leave. You know what I mean? But I definitely want to do it real bad. I told her I have to take everybody. We'll throw them all, and we're all going.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
My wife's coming with me. Her best friend is meeting her in Vegas, and she actually got a room at the same hotel that we're all going to be staying at. So while I'm working the whole time, she's going to have her best friend there. So I highly suggest you go, man. I'm going to be running a like training on Monday morning. And then Tuesday is of course demo days. So you can go try out all the products that all the manufacturers have out there. Like we also have the like fence competition. We got chain link, vinyl, aluminum, and wood.
Yeah, I know. Get in there.
There's a lot of prize money to be had.
Yeah,
for those competitions.
Yeah, so. I definitely that's another thing I definitely wanted to do too. Me and my nephew want to show that digging though. That digging doesn't look that's not regular digging with that thing. I seen those guys trying to get it. I'm like, wow. I was like, that digging looks like that. Like wet dirt. It's not as easy as it looks, dude. I believe me, because my nephew's like, I'll do that in 30 seconds. I'm like, kid. I'm like,
oh no, they brought that Indiana mud. That Indiana mud.
I'm saying, I could tell. I was like, that's not what you think.
I'm telling you what, that's that type of mud that after you like put it in the pile, like if you walk on it, it sticks on your shoes and it will not come off. Like you just have to walk around like 2 inches taller the whole time after that.
Yeah, no, I know how digging mud is. It sucks. I'll always have like when I dig in something like that, I swear to God, like I'll find a rock just so I can put the rock next to the hole. So when I dig, I can tap the top of the digger and get the mud bounce off the thing in the first place.
Yeah.
Like that's how you have to do it.
Man. WD-40 works great for that as well.
I never thought about that.
Spray your spray the inside of your diggers with WD-40 and it'll just slide right off.
Nice. That's
yeah, absolutely. All right, man. So what you got planned for the rest of the year, man? Are you gonna just be grinding it out for the rest of the year? Are you guys take any downtime when it gets cold up there? How does it work up there?
Well, that's what happens. So in like January and February, like that's when at times it's that's it. It's kind of over. So that's when it's like got downtime. But I'm trying to get myself into like a little shop so I can start building panels and start doing things like that, building gates and stuff like that. Because now that I have this new hire, he can do all of that. Like he's the main setup for that. So I have goals for that. Making panels, building gates, organizing my stuff, setting myself up so I can actually get a real supplier. Like, you know what I'm saying? And actually start buying truckloads at a time, and that's definitely a step that I'm going towards, you know what I mean? Because that's where the money's at. It might be scary to put one big thing, like everything into one egg, but in all reality, that's just going to pay for itself because
and then that one egg turns into 2 eggs, and then it turns into 4 eggs, and then it turns into 8 eggs, and then you've got enough eggs, and now just buying truckloads is an everyday thing, I mean,
yeah, exactly. Just gotta get into that step. I just gotta make that next leap. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
So I'm just trying to go as low as possible. I'll try to stay small and keep it all, but I mean, the way that it's just like a snowball just rolling down the hill. It just keeps on going and going and going. I'm just going with the flow.
Just keep pushing it down the hill, man. You're doing wonderful, dude. Like you guys put up some great fence. Speaking of that, what is your absolute favorite type of fence to put up? Like if you had to go do it day in and day out and do nothing else, what would you pick?
It used to be wood on wood because it's really, but now it's turned. I like the vinyl. I like doing vinyl, but I really, in all reality, I like to do different things. Like, I just got into the Postmaster Plus and hiding the wood with the steel, and I'm getting into like things like that, trying to get myself away from what everybody else is doing, because everybody's doing the same thing and nobody wants to try to differentiate themselves and try to do something different. So I really like doing things that are different. I do a lot of vinyl. We got a whole bunch of new ones that we're doing that are it's just expensive. So a lot of people down here, they don't want to spend the money. And I try to show them and tell them and try to give them a little bit of a discount so that way I can get that content out there to do different things. But, it's just hard I got a lot of, it's Rhode Island. So this is the smallest state, out here. So everybody is a fence company and everybody's in competition with each other. And everybody's like,
Well, bro, we got to get you another vinyl supplier then, man.
Yeah, I mean, I deal with active yards. I like active yards and stuff like that. But like, I don't know. That's what I need. That's what I want to. Chill. I definitely need to get some different suppliers. Like seriously, like where I can get a good amount. And when I went to that place over there in Connecticut, there was a whole bunch of people that I was talking to, and it was nice. It was nice and they knew who I was. That was pretty cool too. Like, so I was like, all right.
That's a good feeling.
That was a good feeling, dude. Like, even my guys like, oh, they know who you are. I'm like, yeah, man, they follow me on Facebook. I'm telling you, Facebook, dude, is where it's at. I'm telling you.
Hey, I am right behind you on that. I'm telling you, Facebook is where it's at, man. If you know how to use it right and use it correctly, dude.
It's a super tool. Like everybody out here, like,
bro, like networking will get you places that hard work will never ever get you. And I hate to say that because I'm an advocate of hard work, but it is the God honest truth.
No, it really is. Facebook has started my whole entire company, like my whole entire business, everything. It literally started everything, and it's where I still to this day, I get 90% of my work is through Facebook and Facebook ads. It's not really TikTok. It's not really even Instagram. It's all Facebook for some reason, with me anyway. And it was just funny because like when my phone starts to stop ringing, I'm like, all right, it's kind of a good thing for me. But at the same time, like I always get this nervous feeling. So I'll make like a Facebook ad. Like I just made one just now. I made 2 small ones and I got 7 messages from that. And that was only been like an hour away. So like they pay for themselves. So everybody's like, oh, you're spending all this money. I'm not spending anything. I'm making money. Like,
absolutely.
You know what I mean? Like it's making me money. What are you talking about? One ad and I get one job will pay for like 10 new ads for the year. Like, everybody has something to say.
Even if you're spending $100 a week, if you get one job off of that, it pays for the entire week.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
Entire week. It doesn't matter. Like, and if you get 2 jobs off of that, bro, you're cooking with gas now at that point. Like
exactly. And I get like, I got like a 35% ratio of every place where I go out and I do an estimate. I usually tend to get it because most people that actually reach out to me for an estimate over here, they've already been following me. So they're already like, they feel like they already know me. So when I go out there and I talk to them, if I give them a fair price and I tell them exactly how I'm going to do things, and it's all about talking to people and knowing your numbers. I usually get most of the jobs. And if they're being real cheap, to be honest with you, I don't even really want to deal with them. Like, that's just not what we do. Like, I don't go, they want to go to like Home Depot and they want to get this, or they have their own thing. I'm like, listen, I just can't stand by that work. And I apologize. If you want to call somebody else and you think you can get a better deal with them, I mean, go for it. I was like, just understand that, like, my jobs will last 20 years. I don't know what they're going to do or how to work with them, but I have standards and that's what we do. So you can go with them if you want, but if you want to spend the money, spend it in the right way. I mean, it's working out. If you don't make that money, man, you gotta save it.
And honestly, I found a lot of times if you just educate the customer, if they haven't already bought the material yet themselves and they're already thinking about doing it, if you just educate them 9 times out of 10, they'll be like, okay, I should not buy that. And I should just let you buy it then.
Yeah, exactly. Trust the professional because that's what we do. Yeah. Like, we know what we're talking about. Most of the guys is just like, they don't know, and everybody's trying to tell them. I'm like, listen, don't listen to the noise over there. If they don't know what they're talking about, I know what I'm talking about, and I can show you. And that we have videos, pictures. I can tell you how we're gonna do it. You know what I mean? And they're real comfortable. And that's another thing. Like, I want to get a salesman. I need a salesman real bad. But a lot of these guys are not educated enough.
It sounds like you need to be the salesman.
I am the salesman. So that's what it is.
Yeah. But it sounds like you need to be the full-time salesman because
That's what I am. But like, it's like, I'm also setting the polls for these guys too. So
you should be not setting the post is what I'm
I
saying.
know.
You should be full-time salesman. It sounds like you got it dialed in. And to be honest with you, that is my takeaway of our interview. Of your next step is to kind of get yourself out of the field. Like, dude, trust me, I know how much you love installing fence and I love installing fence, but like in order like for you to go to that next level that like you want to get to, go be the full-time salesman, man. You sound like you got that on lock.
I just need to find that one guy that can set the polls for me, and that'll be it.
You just need to clone you, right?
I did clone that. That's my foreman. That's my top foreman. He's 100% that guy. That's my twin. So I'm working on my nephew. You know what I mean? And I'm sure he could do it, dude. But like at the same time, I just, sometimes you just gotta let go. And I know I gotta let go soon, but it's hard. You know what I mean? I'm very particular on how I do things and how things should be done. And I just don't want to lose the quality, because once you lose quality, then forget it. It's I'm just going to be like everybody else.
Lucky for you, a sales time or like a salesman position isn't a full 10-hour a day job. So, you can still go moderate and make sure that they're doing everything to your standards. And if they're not, then they're going to fix it. So,
Yeah. I work till like 6:30, 7 o'clock at night every day, every single day. I'll work on the field. I'll set the poles until they're done, and then I'll start my estimates at like 2:30 to I'll probably get like 4 a day. So I do 4 a day, and then I do like 7 to 8 on Saturday, and like another 7 to 8 on Sunday. So,
dude, you are straight grinding, man.
Yeah, dude, I'm telling you, that's what I'm saying. Like I grind every day, all day. Like that's why
Good God, dude, you are straight grinding, buddy.
Yeah, man, I have to. You know what I mean? That's how I have to be for a little bit. It sucks. It sucks and it's hard, but I know what I'm doing it for. You know what I'm saying? And I've always been stressed out working for another company. So it's just a different type of stress. And at least I get the money, and at least I can show my family and my kids and my men that, like, if you work hard and you do what you're supposed to do and you do the right thing and you stay consistent, man, you can do anything you want, man. Anything you want. You can do it. It's just, you can't wake up and be like, maybe tomorrow. Fucking tomorrow might not come, dude. You better just do it now.
You are absolutely right on that one, bro. Tomorrow may not come, man. You will never know. You will. It's gone in the like that. So, man, and your little boy is so freaking cute, dude. I love that you guys match all the freaking time. Every time you go out, you're matching. It's awesome.
Tony's gonna be it. He's gonna be it, man. He's a good boy. Lorenzo too. Lorenzo's gonna be they're solid young men. You know what I mean? That's another thing too. Like, you got to be there for them too. And it's hard not being there all the time, but they'll get it, and I'll get it. You know what I mean? Hopefully one day, like sooner or later, I'll be able to get that position where I can kind of be at the home. But right now, I'm just building, man. It's gonna take a while.
You're on the cusp of that, man. I'm telling you what, man. I've been watching you for however long we've been friends. Like I said, I think it's been about 2 years, a year and a half, something like that. And I've seen your growth, and I've seen what you've been doing, and dude, it's impressive, man. Keep it up. Keep up the good work, bro. Like, there is a shit ton of people watching. We got like Devin Van Buren or like Kevin and Steve, if you want to call him that. Chris Moore. But yeah, man, Devin's been grinding too, man. I don't know if you guys.
Oh, Devin, yeah, Devin's a cool cat, dude. I like Devin. I know what you're talking about. There's a bunch of us, dude, that's on there. Like we all. I talk to all these guys too. Like, I'll be messaging them and saying what's up, and that's the cool thing about the fence industry, man. Like, it's fucking awesome. Like, I'll hit up everybody, Flanagan Fence, a whole bunch of cats out there, man. They all. If you stick together, you eat together too. Like, that's why you can't be so proud of, I'm the best. Like, nah, man. We can learn. You can learn from each other, bro.
I'm about to hold a training in my local city where I'm about to be training my competitors. All right. So, if that says anything, like, I love the fence industry. I want the fence industry to grow. And the only way that we get it to grow is we raise the bar, right? Because if we don't
Hell
raise the bar, we're just going to keep hitting the ceiling. So,
yeah.
guys, if we all band together and raise the bar, and I'm not talking about prices, I'm not talking about, good God, my dogs are going nuts. If you guys can hear that, I'm so sorry. But there must be
No,
an ambulance
you're
going
right
on.
though. You're right though.
Yeah.
I like that. That's what I say to everybody. Even the guys that are around me over here, like they all call me and they all ask me, like, yo, how do you do this and how do you do that? I'm like, yo, listen, I'll make a video and show you how I do things and how you do it. And they're like, yo, are you serious? I'm like, yeah, man. Just like, if we stick together, eat together, we're all gonna meet each other at eventually at one point. And even if we don't, dude, at least we work together instead of trying to. Those guys that are stuck in their little shelter, they're always going to be in that little bubble, dude. They're never going to be able to get out of that. You know what I mean? So,
Right.
That's how I feel about it.
Well, man, we got to get you to a training, man, because I'm telling you, just the way that you're talking about networking right now, dude, once you get to like one of those trainings and you start meeting, this company owner and that company owner and this company's foreman, and you start talking and doing like tips and tricks, like,
I went to one of his trainings though. I did go to one of like his things where he shows you how to put up the fence. And I talked to a couple of cats out here. He was in Massachusetts. I did to one of those trainings. That was cool too. I did to one of those.
You did the Sean King training?
Yeah, I did. Yeah, all right. So yeah, I forgot all about it. They were
I was about to say, Sean told me that you.
Yeah, I was there. Yeah. I showed up there with me, my nephew, and it was like a rainy day, dude. I wasn't even supposed to be there. Somebody fucking called me.
Hey, look. Like one of his old mottos was, "If it's not raining, we ain't training." Because I swear to God, like the first couple years, every training event was pouring down rain. But yeah, man. So, like, you guys pound any post, or did you just do digging?
Yeah, we pounded poles, and he was like, I was like, I didn't fucking believe it because I told him, I was like, dude, man, this is over here is not what you think. It was pretty rough. I mean, for us to get that job done, and it took like almost all day. It was a pretty bad thing. But like man, I couldn't believe it. I told him, I was like, wow, we really banged that out, like not for nothing. Through the rocks, through the schedule 40 poles. It's something nice. I like it. It's just like, I'm just so used to what I'm doing. But like that, like we would have did, like I would have went to, like I want to go to, it's like one for like the aluminum. Because that's something that's really, I would take advantage of.
Dude, the I-beams are a game changer. If you don't start doing that, I don't want to dig and set aluminum. I'll do it if I have to, but I'm telling you what, driving the I-beams for the like aluminum, it is so fast. It is a money absolute maker. Like after 2 months of me working with the I-beams, about a year ago, I went out to a job. It was about 212 feet with 2 gates. I showed up at 9 because it was an hour and a half drive, and I left at 2:30 with the with the check in my hand. And I was completely by myself.
And no mess, no nothing, clean,
no mess, no digging, nothing. Perfectly like spaced sections, perfectly spaced like picket sections as well. It was, dude, like once I did that and I got done with it by myself, I was like, I don't ever want to dig into it. I was like,
no, yeah. I believe it. I believe in that 100%. I definitely wish I was like one of those, but I really just went there to see Sean and to support him and stuff like that. It was pretty cool, and to see these other guys out there and introduce myself. It was a cool experience. It was fun. I went there with, actually I didn't go there with my nephew. I was just there with just my foreman Kyle. My nephew was probably pissed off not going, but yeah, we did. We went to one of those trainings. I forgot all about that. Yeah, no, we did. That was I
was about to say, I could have swore Sean.
Yeah, no, I thought you were talking about like a friggin' like an actual, I don't know, like he's got all types of stuff. I thought he meant like sat in school and actually learns like stuff. Nah, it was just like, it was on training. No, that was cool. I definitely did. Yeah, we did that in Massachusetts, and it was rocky over there, man. It was a pain in the ass to get those poles in the ground, but man, we got it, straightened them out. I was impressed. I told him, I said, damn, I mean, that's and it's strong. I mean, they're scheduled 40 poles. Those things ain't going anywhere if they're 4 feet in the ground. Like I
And you
was
built vinyl with it?
yeah, we did vinyl. Yep, we did vinyl.
Yeah, man. And see, look, I love vinyl. That's my most favorite fence to install. So, man, if I'm doing some vinyl, I'm driving that vinyl because it's the most awesome, easiest, fastest thing ever.
How's it digging up there? It's like because like around here,
Up here, we're down here, man. It's I'm 20 minutes from the beach. All right.
Yeah. So you
But
see this,
but I'm also now 20 minutes from major farmland. Okay. So a lot of people call it lower Alabama here, but we are on the Pensacola Panhandle Gulf Coast. So the closer you get to the beach, it starts becoming more mixed with sand. And of course, if you're on the beach, it's sand. But as you go inland, dude, we could hit black dirt, we could hit clay one day, we could hit rocks the next day, we could hit roots on this day. Yeah. It's really just all in the yard, man. I mean, you can go to one subdivision and you'll find black dirt, and you'll go to the next subdivision right over, that's like a mile away, and you'll find hard packed clay. So it's kind of a toss up. But as far as driving, man, it really doesn't matter. I mean, you get a big enough driver, you can pretty much drive through anything.
Yeah, no, it's nice. It's definitely nice. It's something to think about. It's just that I bought these machines. They just barrel through it, and it's another thing on educating the people around here too. You know what I'm saying? Like the customer,
right?
Because the customer is used to cement, and like you're trying to educate and talking about no dig, and we could do this, and a lot of people are just thrown off by it. They're like, you don't use cement. I'm like, oh, yeah, no, you don't need cement.
I got you a video. I'll send you a video of a like driven postmaster. I'm using a Bobcat MT100 trying to pull it out the ground, and I had the Bobcat up on its tippy toes, and it wasn't budging an inch. And
really?
You and I both know that a regular 4x4 set in concrete, it pulls out like butter.
Nah, I pull that thing with my teeth. I just shake it a little bit, pull that thing right out of the ground.
You are not doing that with the driven post. You're not doing it. And that's just kind of the thing that sold me on that. But real quick, I want to get to like some of these comments. Susan K. Worley says, don't forget, if you go to the Fence University page, you have 2 chances to win the 2-day Mr. Fence Overdrive class on September 9th through the 10th before the Fence Show and Security Expo starts. That was towards you and all of the viewers and listeners. We got Mr. Kevin and Steve, like Devin Van Buren. If you don't know what Kevin and Steve means, he says, Brian, do you pound post or just set?
I mainly just dig and set. You know what I mean? We dig them about, as deep as they possibly can, all cement. That's really what we've been doing out here. You know what I mean? Been doing that for the past 2 years.
And then his tail end of the question says, if no to pound, do you plan to?
I do. That's what I mean. It's just a toss up. My over here is different. It's just a different environment. So it's like everything is like mostly ledge over here. So it's kind of it's hard. It's hard to pound poles. Like even when I did temp fence, that's all we did. You use a pounder. So we've been using that, and you can barely get those things in the ground in the first place. So it's hard. It's a different scenario over here. If I was in that area and you could pound poles like 70% of the time, then yeah, I would 100% be doing that. But when you come over here and you can only do it like 30% of the time, and even in that 30% of the time, you're still going to have to, core drill some holes. I mean, it's just a feast of purpose. You know what I mean?
Right. All right. Mr. Kevin Steve says, mix or dry set?
I mix.
Nice.
Mix.
Okay. Have you ever tried dry packing?
No, but I seen it work. I've watched the videos, and I'm like, damn, that's pretty good. It is.
Have
nice.
you ever seen it in person though?
No, I've never seen it in person. But all right, so but when I did try pack cement for the wood one time at the zoo because it was like 8 foot high. I just grabbed like 2 pallets of cement. And I told my boss, I said, listen, this fucking for like, I think it was for like elephants or some shit. I don't know what it was for. It was humongous. It was a humongous job. I said, listen, I don't feel comfortable just tamping these poles. Like, you know what I mean? So I just bring me a whole bunch of cement and I just I packed the shit out of like a packing dirt. And that fence that was like 10 years old. That thing is solid as I go to the zoo all the time. That thing is solid as shit. That thing is not going anywhere. And it's not rotting out or anything like that. So it's definitely something nice to do. I would dry pack if I had to, but mostly mix it. It is what it is.
It is what it is. I mean, I am a full-on dry pack believer. That's all we do if we're using concrete is my dry pack, and I love the fact that you can build.
Do you put water like when you pack it? Do you put the water in, or you just that's just it?
No. So what we do is there's going to be 2 guys. All right, there's going to be one holding the level, and one's got a like tamping bar with the sharp edge.
Yeah,
and I've got a like concrete pencil vibrator, so I'm going to be walking in a circle with the concrete pencil vibrator. He's going to be following me with the sharp edge of the tamping bar while we're completely still pouring in concrete. We get it to about 6 inches below grade, put dirt in there, flip the tamping bar around, and then we start tamping the dirt. And I'm telling you, it's not going anywhere.
Nah, it's not going anywhere. I believe it. I 100% believe it. So when we set the poles, we I don't really mix it. Like I literally will put a couple of bags of concrete in there. I'll tamp the shit out of it, and then we'll put the water, and then I'll just pound with the rebar. I'll just poke holes with it and let it settle. I've never had a problem ever doing that ever.
Okay, heck yeah.
You know what I mean?
Miss Susan says, also free Mr. Fence seminar on wood and vinyl with me. She accidentally saved me as Bully Grove in her phone. Little backstory, haha. On Monday and Tuesday for FWA business members. Yes, ma'am. I have the first class already all rough drafted. I sent it to you yesterday. Mr. Devin Van Buren says, I'm in sand and clay and I dig and set everything. Brother, you can pound everything, I promise you. Come to Pensacola next week, bro. You are absolutely close enough to come to my drop what you're doing and come to Pensacola on Thursday. Mr. Shane Catton says, what's up, boys? Hashtag Fence Fam. What is going on, Fence Fam? Mr. Shane Catton, it looked like I flicked you off, but I did not. I held up the peace sign. It's just the that was weird. But yeah, man, we are coming up on time, so I'm gonna ask you, you got any closing statements for anybody? Like for anybody just starting out, or for anybody who is going through some struggles, you got any closing statements for them?
Yo, man, listen, just follow the path and do what you feel is right, bro. That's it. That's really all I can say, man. Whatever you're doing, and if you feel if it's right for you, then you do it. Block out the noise, block out all these people that are trying to sit there and tell you what to do, because if they didn't do it or they're doing it and they've done it right, those are the people that you should be listening to. Everybody else, they either don't want you to, you know what I'm saying? Like, just believe in yourself and you can do anything that you want, and work hard every fucking day, because it's not going to work itself, bro. It's you. You're in control. You're in the seat, dude. That's it.
All right. I've got your website up here. Let's see. Guys, go visit fencesolutionsri.com. Go check out Mr. Brian Carosi's website. Do him a favor. Follow him on Facebook. Friend him on Facebook if you got any questions. Apparently, he has people asking him questions, so just hit him up.
Yeah, dude. Yo, if anybody's got questions, man, hit me up. I mean, I'm glad to help or try to help, you know. I've been doing it for a while, and we can all help each other, man.
Absolutely. All right, man. Well, my closing statements is get yourself out of the field, brother.
Yes,
go and be a salesman. And if I have anything else to say, dude, start doing some live videos on your business page. And you were saying that people already know who you are whenever you pull up. That's another way for people to know who you are. It sells the fence in itself. Like, you'll knock on the door and they're like, oh, hey, it's Brian. You're like, I haven't even said my name yet.
Oh,
Just
yeah.
so you know. But guys, I am going to let you off of the hook and I let you off the screen, sir. Thank you so much for coming on. It's been a great show, brother. Can't wait to do it again, and keep on fencing, keep on kicking ass out there, dude. All right.
Yes, sir. Thank you for having me.
Absolutely, man. Alrighty, guys. Wonderful freaking interview, man. I've been following that guy, like I said, for quite a while. We've been friends on Facebook, and I've loved his journey every single way. If you need some things answered on the East Coast and you do things the way that like Mr. Brian does, give him a shout, guys. I know they build differently over there. They have like pre-built panels, so obviously it's going to be different from place to place, but you guys go give Mr. Brian a shout, guys. We'll be here next week, Tuesday, 7:30 p.m. Central Time. I don't know if we're gonna have a like guest or a like topic talk. I'll figure it out in the next couple days and I'll let you guys know. But kind of leaning hard on a guest. But hey guys, y'all have a wonderful rest of your Tuesday. Go out there, stay hydrated, kick ass, build some fence, and crush them goals. All right. Peace out, y'all.